I got an airplane.
Oh well. Oh man. This has been one of the strangest weeks I believe I've ever had in my life. Well, let me go ahead and just start off by saying, today is I think it's like May the 12th or something. I can't remember. I don't keep up with dates. But anyway, today's Mother's Day. And I'd like to tell all y'all mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. Hope y'all have an excellent day. Oh man. But it's been one of the scariest, spookiest, strangest weeks I believe I've ever had. I've never seen as much stuff in one week as I've seen this week. I mean, man. The other night I was outside. I like to stargaze a lot. I get out and look at stars. I do it quite a lot. Actually, I got a new place here that I found. Big, nice clearing. I mean, you can see it's wide open here. And I said, this is where I will start doing my videos. On my sit down and talk videos. Might try to do another one or two today, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how it goes. But I got a wide open sky over here. Got a wide open sky over here. I got a big oak tree over top of me. So, I mean, this is a nice place right here. Keep me from getting sun or moonburnt, which I don't think anybody's ever been moonburnt. Been sunburnt. But anyway, went outside there. I was stargazing the other night. And all of a sudden I seen this. It was so weird because right up in the sky over top of me, they was all of a sudden, and I was sitting there looking right straight up, and all of a sudden it just appeared. But there it was. And it didn't ever go completely out, but it was like pulsating. Okay? And I remember the pattern because I took note of it in my mind. That's the loudest airplane. But anyway, when it pulsed the first time, it pulsed twice. It was real bright too when it would pulse. It done twice, then it done 3 times, then it done twice, then it done another 2, and then it just gone. And I was sitting there looking up, and I was like, it's the strangest thing I've ever seen in my life. Well, the next night I come back out, and I'm thinking, well, around the same time, I'm going to see if this happens again. So this time I'm sitting there watching, and I'm looking straight up in the sky, right where I seen it the first time. It looked like it flew right out of the Big Dipper. And so I'm sitting there looking at the area around the Big Dipper, and just caught out of the corner of my eye off on the horizon, there was this little light coming. I thought, airplane. The light stopped. Took an immediate right and started that way. Well, there was another one come in behind it. Then they started circling each other, just like that. And I'm sitting there watching that, and I'm like, I'm going to get abducted any second. And they flew around there for about 5 minutes, just flying around, circles around each other. And then they'd zip across the sky. I mean, they was fast too. It'd zip across the sky, and it would get so far, and it would just go. It was just like their electric went out or something. I mean, it was just gone out. Couldn't even see them. And in a few minutes, they'd pop back up over on the horizon. They'd do the same thing. Different pattern. They just like they was playing around with each other, And I'm sitting there watching this like. The next night was interesting. So I'm sitting outside trying to get a glimpse of the aura, or whatever you call it, the Northern Lights, because the Northern Lights went all the way to Florida this weekend, especially Friday night. But it come in, it hit G5 on the scale. Now what that is, they measure these geomagnetic storms kind of like tornadoes. Okay, you got anywhere from goes all the way up to a G5. G5 being the most intense. Well, when it come in, it was given it come in as like a G5, but that's what I read anyway. And I went outside and I seen that, I went outside and I seen some people over to my right there taking pictures. And I'm like, what are we taking pictures of? A UFO back. So I look up and the sky's kind of, you can't really tell because there was so many lights around where I was at the time, but you could see like purple and red in the sky. And I said, I wonder if that's what that is. I really couldn't see it that good. And what some people did, people got some pretty good pictures around here. And if I'd have been in a good dark place, it would have been awesome. I would have really liked to have seen it, but it is what it is. But anyway, I'm sitting there watching that. So I go back, and then I'm outside. I went back outside again. There's a friend of mine out there, and I was talking to him. And all of a sudden I said, oh my God, what is that? And he's standing there with me, and he said, well, I don't know what that is. And there was a whole bunch of them lights that was flying around in the sky, but they was in a line, nose to tail, and I think I counted 17 of them. And they zipped across the sky. And then I figured out, that was Starlink that flew over. I thought that was pretty cool. And then about 5 minutes later, the International Space Station come over. I got to see it go across the sky. I thought, pretty good night. Then on my way home, something happened to me that was unprecedented. I've never in my life. Now this makes the hair stand up. I got goosebumps right now, and I ain't even talking about it yet. I'm driving down the road, and I'm on a stretch of road that people claims that is kind of haunted. I'm not going to tell you all, sit here and say I seen a ghost. But I seen something that was so out of place that it just weren't right. What I seen was, okay, as I'm driving down the road, I'm going down through about 55 mile an hour, trying to get to the house from Tard. 2 o'clock in the morning. Had to work late. 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm coming down through there. And I see on the side, I work all different hours. It's just I work, never know what time I'm going to get home. Just depends on how things is going. But that's fine. I like my job now. I used to not, but I like it now. But I don't know if that's a tree knock or somebody beating on a piece of tin. I'm right in the middle of the woods. But anyway, enough about that. I ain't seen no Sasquatch this week. Not yet. Today's Sunday. The end of the week. You never know. But anyway. So anyway, I'm driving down the road and I'm coming down through there and I see something blue down next to this curve where there's a big sinkhole off the side of the road. And I'm thinking, somebody walking on the road there. Probably need to slow down. So when I slowed down, I decided when I got a little closer that I needed to speed up. Standing on the side of the road was a big, tall. It looked like an old-fashioned dress. And it was a person. It was a person that had an old-fashioned light blue dress on. It come all the way down to almost the top of the ankles. I looked as plain as day. They was barefoot. They had a blue bonnet on their head. Never looked at me. Never moved. Arms dropped down to the side, looking over the bank into that sinkhole, standing on the edge of the road. Almost on the white line. I was almost across the white line. I went to the other side of the road, almost took the ditch line out because I said, what in the world is that? And I'm telling you what, people. Well, after I passed that, I had the eeriest feeling in my life. It come over me, and I was tore up because that was so out of place, and it caught me so off guard to see something like that. And I said, if she would have turned around and looked at me, I'd have probably freaked out. But there was no movement, just standing, looking over the edge of the road, arms down to the side, no movement, barefoot, big long. Almost like an old-fashioned, it was an old-fashioned dress, like an old-time dress with a bonnet. So after I get around that curve, I'm thinking, should I turn around? No. It didn't take me but like a split second to answer my own question. And then I look back in my mirror and I say, before I look back in the mirror, I said, if this thing's in my back seat, when I look up in my mirror, my car's going to keep going, but I'm just going to bail out of it. I would have probably just rolled out on the road going 55 mile an hour and just left whatever it was in the car. Because I ain't much on them ghosts. They're a little scary sometimes. But I don't know that that's what I seen. I'm not saying that. UFOs? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did see a UFO. Actually, I seen 3 this week, I'm pretty sure. Because I get out and stargaze a lot. I got a lot of time at night, once I get home and everything. I got the whole night. And I love it. Ain't nothing like it. I'm actually gonna try to get me a pair of binoculars that's got a built-in webcam, and you can take pictures and film whatever you're looking at. So I'm gonna try to do that and start doing some YouTube videos with that. Working on it right now. I ain't got them yet, but I'm working on it. I ain't even ordered them yet. Really ain't. I really ain't. It's probably gonna be a little while. But anyway, they're pretty nice. They got the little flip up thing on it. You can sit there, whatever you know. That would be so awesome to bring something right up into my face and I could video it. You know, I think it's 12 times magnification. That's a lot. That's 12 times. But just thought I'd tell y'all how my weeks went. And I think that's about it. I got my yard mowed and I got my garden put out yesterday. Me and her worked on that all day yesterday. That was a kill. That's why I didn't do a video yesterday. But I'm doing one today. And just had to tell y'all how strange my week's been. Oh, so I didn't really get out and do anything this week. Next week I ain't got nothing planned. So as long as I don't work next weekend or have to get out and do anything major, I'm gonna do some videos next weekend. I ain't been metal detecting. The reason I ain't been metal detecting is I'll tell you. It is tick season in Kentucky. Alright? And it's probably one of the worst I've ever seen in my life. Everybody around here is talking about how bad it is. Well, I'm allergic to them. I've already had like 5 this week, or this year. I think 3 of them's been this week, and I ain't left the front yard. Okay? So, I'm gonna try to find some stuff to spray, and maybe I can de-tick myself and tick-proof myself, and we get out and do some videos, maybe do some metal detecting here pretty soon. And, my allergies. Whew. Allergies this time of year. Get all these wild rose bushes and blooming around here, and you smell them, boy, it smells good. You know, and then you cough for 45 minutes after you do that. So, but it's all right. But anyway, I think I'm gonna get up off here, and I just wanted y'all to hear what kind of weird week I've had. It's been strange. Do I believe in UFOs? Absolutely. That's an unidentified flying object. Who knows what that is? I'm not up there. I can't see it. Are they aliens in it? Who knows? Am I going to dismiss it? No. I'm not going to dismiss it. Just like, I mean, if you look for something hard enough and you got an open mind to it, you'll see stuff that you can't explain. That's what I like to call it. I like to see, I've seen stuff I can't explain. And when you see something you can't explain, I don't just write it off as, well, whatever. No, I like to put a little mind to it. I like to think about it. I like to go back out there and look for it again. I've been looking for this thing I seen down over the hill here for the last 30 years, and I've never seen it but one time. One time's all it took because it's burning my brain. I can see it. Just like I can close my eyes right now and I can see it. And I'm the kind of person is I like to look at stuff. If I see something out of the way, I try to focus on it and get as much detail in it as I can. And that thing I seen over the hill there, it only took me just about 2 seconds to get all the detail I needed. And I was out of there. Never run as fast in my life. If that was now, I'd probably, I ain't much of a runner anymore. So I'd probably take about 9 steps and just collapse, you know, trying to breathe. But I need to try to get back in shape. I ain't in no shape anymore. But good time to start, ain't it? As well. Somebody told me the other day, said you've come too far to start. You've come too far to get back to where you was. No, I ain't. I'll show you. Well, that's Buddy Isaacs. I'm going to get up off here, and I got a couple of things I need to do today. I'll go down there and check on my strawberries here in a minute. Hopefully, everybody has a good day. So y'all take care of yourself and each other. Keep an eye out of the woods. Keep an eye out of the sky. And I'll talk to you next time I do. Buddy Isaacs. And I'm out.